I want to talk about what's going on with the coronavirus and COVID-19. You, Congressman, as well as Senator Tom Cotton, have introduced legislation that would allow for Americans to actually sue China. How would that work?
Yeah, so right now you can't go to a court and sue a foreign country because of the Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act, and that obviously makes sense. But in times like this, when there's growing evidence that the Chinese government deliberately misled the world and deliberately hid the virus, for instance, they prevented domestic travel from Wuhan but allowed international travel. They lied about the human-to-human transmission when they knew better. They've not allowed scientists to gain samples of the original virus. That's one of the reasons our CDC had trouble making a test back in February, and they ultimately took longer than it should have. So there's a lot of growing evidence there. And the question is, how do we exert justice and allow the American people to gain some justice for that? And this is one way. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you can go to your local lawyer and file a lawsuit. This legislation would limit the jurisdiction to a few federal courts that have a lot of experience in handling large cases. And I think in practice it would probably look like a class action lawsuit. Now the question is, okay, is China going to write us a big check that we split between Americans in the class action lawsuit? No, of course not, probably not. But let's not forget the Chinese do have plenty of assets here in the United States, and so this is one tool among many in which Americans can feel like there is a sense of justice here.